So Canon thinks we're dumber than we look. Most of us are. There's an ant on me. Will he defeat me? So today we talk a little bit about the R5 and R6. There's more information coming out. People using these cameras, they're having problems. And we knew it was going to happen. Canon, you fooled us.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
If you're curious, we took the X-T4 into our own hands and exposed manually. We auto-focused manually as well. Shut up. We're on the 18mm Tone 2 X-T4 F-Log. Slight zebra area in this region. Can we bring it back? Nobody cares. So don't get me wrong here, the R5 and R6, if you're doing what I'm doing right here, fantastic little cameras, although that R5 scares me. With the 4K downsampled from 8K, we'll get to it. It's on fire, basically. But for the most part, these are phenomenal cameras, and even the EOS R was good enough. You get that 35mm Tone 1.8 in your living room, you look like a hero, a superhero. So out here in nature, it would follow me and track me. Now I can't move, I'm stuck here. Fuji, I don't trust you. But this compliment sandwich has soured, and you're about to taste the real truth. The 8K, we all knew it would be a gimmick. We knew something would be wrong with it, either terrible rolling shutter, or the file sizes, or overheating. It seems to have all those issues. We don't know about the rolling shutter because nobody's filming with it, because they probably can't even edit it. I think I saw one clip, it was just a guy in a field, I think it was B&H photo, and it was just like, oh wow, the majesticness. How did you guys come up with that? You brainstormed that one for hours, I bet. It's just a guy in a field. I could show you a homeless guy in a field right now. He's terrorizing my life. I'm afraid. Help. Send help. The problem is the overheating, and we all knew it was gonna happen. Like, there's no fan, there's no bigger body. So we've seen a couple people using this in the field. Vistec made a good Toronto company. They were filming and it's overheating hard. Like, to be fair, we're in the worst heat wave and it's prolonged for like a week and a half now, 2 weeks. It's so hot in my apartment, so stupid. It's so humid. So I can understand, probably most cameras overheat. This Fuji, I keep getting this comment like, why aren't you ever talking about the overheating problem? I've never had it overheat. I have seen the warning one time, an exclamation point and a little thing, temperature reading. It's never stopped. It does get pretty hot, but 8K Canon, you're not gonna get much footage, so honestly, you just get the odd shot with it and you're good to go. Like, how much people are complaining like, oh, I can't even record 30 minutes straight 8K. Who could even store the footage? It's too big, the file sizes. We'll get to that. But just like for a little clip, the thing is, I wasn't seeing a difference. We don't have 8K monitors yet. They probably do, but I don't, and none of us do. So it's like, what's the point of it? It's just a marketing gimmick. Whereas I hope Sony puts them to shame and does something magic with 4K. Just so much better with smaller, bigger megapixels, more dynamic range, better autofocus. Stabilization though, they'll never catch up. Canon, I think, has outdone us all. They might be Olympus level. We'll have to see. Until I get it in my own hands, we won't know. But it's looking like pretty good for a full frame sensor. Like Panasonic, terrible. Full frame wise, there's no lens I can even use on that thing. But let's give Canon credit, they can do 8K, 24p RAW. Like, that's fantastic. Not very long, but who would want to shoot long anyway? You don't vlog a full vlog in 8K. Like, that's ridiculous, but they can do it. None of us can use it. It does get hot, but good for them. Now, same complaints I'm having about the 4K 120p, but again, like, how long are you gonna use that? Just a little B-roll, it'll work, but that does overheat hard if you wanna abuse it, like Peter McGluckton would if he had a card show. Thankfully, he doesn't own a deck of cards and we won't have to sit through that footage, but if he did, look out. But the file sizes on both the 8K RAW and the 4K 120p are just so over the top, like 2 gigabytes a second or something, like unbelievable. If I did a slow-mo street crossing, can you even imagine how many file sizes that would be? That's how you say that. How many file sizes would it be? You're learning English for the first time. But still, you got to give Canon credit. They can do 4K 120p, and it's usable. We don't know if it's just upscaled for 1080p. Probably is, but still, congratulations for lying to us. When it comes to these cameras though, you really have to focus on what people are using most of the time, which is going to be 4K, regular 4K 24p, and a little bit of slow motion. So when it comes to that, it seems like Canon has a problem. I don't know that they do 8K to 4K when you're recording 4K. I don't know if you can avoid that, but that overheats. So just 4K overheats on the Canon, that's a problem. Now we're getting into problematic territory, where it's like, I want to film a video for 30 minutes. Are you going to stop recording and then I have to use another camera to finish it? Like, that's deal-breaking territory. Maybe there's another mode where you can just do 1:1 pixel readout, but then you're into worse quality, worse than the competition now, for twice the cost. So, practicality speaking, it doesn't sound like the R5 is the way to go. They don't even have 1080p slow-mo yet. Maybe it's in there, who knows? I haven't had the camera. When it comes to the R6, they removed all eye. That's a pure Canon cripple hammer move. It is, though. You can't just show up here. There's a homeless man trying to kill me. Go kill him. Beat him. Senseless. I like the cameras. I might even buy one. It's good. Best features, 10-bit. Thank you. It overheats every time you press record. I don't know where I heard this, but somebody said Canon heard that people might want all eye, so they might add it in a firmware. Like, you didn't know that we would want the best quality you have? Like, the best, give us the best your camera is capable of doing. Don't magically surprise us with a firmware update. Oh, they finally gave it to us. I'll have to see what the quality is like for myself, but I imagine it's going to be better than the EOS R 1080p. It has to be. And that was good enough for me, so I think we're good to go for YouTube short films that I make. But I do wonder how that's going to grade 10-bit files. It's like, oh, 422 10-bit? Fuji only does 420, loser style. Will it grade well with the IPB compression? I don't know. Might be blocky shit. Minecraft in the sky. I don't need that. And even the R6 is pretty pricey, $4,000 if you go to Camera Canada. You just check the lower the price, please, at checkout, and they got you. Camera Canada would never let you down. All I know is switching systems is a financial nightmare that you don't want to be doing very often. So if you have something that works right now, be happy with it. You have the Fuji Glory system here. Would I really want to switch just for more reliable autofocus? Full frame sensor? I mean, from what I've seen, X-T4 crushes most full frame cameras. It beat my little S1. Little? You can't say that in the same sentence. It's an oxymoron. It crushed the Canon. It's like, APS-C punches above its weight. Dare I even dream the medium format? Oh my god. The IBIS sounds better, but are you really gonna vlog with a full frame camera? Like that 15 to 35, we're talking like 1,400 grams here without the tripod. This is like under 1,000. I love that. It has to be under 1,000, I think, to be realistic. I don't mind this weight. The Fuji and pretty much any lens, except those heavier like 16 to 55 zooms, forget that. The 10 to 24, you're pushing your territory. But the 18-2, right now, this is light, easy. The only way you're vlogging right now on that system, in my opinion, is with the 24mm stabilized 2.8 prime. That's probably perfect, but then you're adapted. Will it autofocus the same? Probably. Will the IBIS behave? Maybe. We have to test them. I will test them. But unless you have a bunch of Canon glass, I don't think it's the system worth jumping to. I still want to see what Sony's making. I want to see what Nikon has in the future. It's interesting on paper, but it has a lot of downsides. All the biggest features are gimmicks, and then we're just left with the bare bones, which is Canon crippled a little bit. The IPB and the cheaper camera. Still, you're getting 4K 60, 10-bit, barely a crop, decent cameras. I just don't think you'd vlog with these cameras. They have amazing IBIS, but they're just too heavy and expensive. And then if you're just using it in the studio, the IBIS becomes useless, so you just get the EOS R or the Fuji, if you don't mind being lost in the autofocus underworlds. I don't mind. So the jury's still out. It might be worth it to carry that extra weight. If the IBIS is that smooth and you're getting better dynamic range, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but For now, we need more information, and we don't have it because Canon hasn't let us. It's a pre-production model. Hurry up. Is there a virus I should know about or something? It's bullshit. Get back to work. So, I think we're done. What do you think? Are these the perfect cameras? Have you pre-ordered them already through my affiliate links, of course, down below? You have it? Let me know. And thanks for buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt. Let me know what you thought of the fully manual Fuji today. My goodness. Failed hard. Exposure's off. I don't know what zebras do. I'm gonna leave. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.